Hello, this is Rin from Sew in Love. Today's sewing tutorial is for a lace skirt. Gathered skirts make a great first sewing project, and this one is made a little more unique with a longer lace overlay. You'll need lace fabric with a scalloped edge, as well as a coordinating woven knit fabric that's thick enough to be the lining. And you also need some thick elastic, about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters wide. We need to cut 2 rectangles for the lining. The width is your waist measurement times 1.8 plus 2 centimeters or 4/5 of an inch for the seam allowance. You can set your own desired length for the lining. Mine sits just above the knee. Again, add 2 centimeters or 4/5 of an inch for the seam allowance. For the lace overlay, again you need to cut 2 rectangles. The width is the same as the lining. For the length, make it as long as you want. Mine sits just on mid-calf, and then add 1/2 centimeter or 1/5 of an inch for seam allowance. With the right sides facing, straight stitch the side edges of the lace overlay. The seam allowance on each edge is 1 centimeter or about 2/5 of an inch. Because the lining is a knit fabric, you want to go back and forth on a straight stitch first, and then change to a zigzag stitch. Then continue on zigzag stitch. And do this for both side edges of the lining. To hem the lining, we need to first fold, press, and then pin. It's pretty tedious, but it's worth it to get a really nice finish. Now we can stitch all the way around the hem where we've just neatly folded. Insert the lining inside the lace overlay and stitch them together about 1/2 centimeter or 1/5 of an inch from the upper edge. Cut the waistband so it fits you comfortably around the waist. I'm going to stitch a little rectangle where the elastic overlaps so that the waistband stays securely together. You're on to the last step, yes! Now, pin the skirt and waistband in 4 or more equal spaces. And then pin the waistband onto the skirt where the 4 pins meet. Because the skirt is much wider than the elastic, you need to pull the elastic as you stitch them together. Make sure that you use a zigzag stitch. The marker pins that you put in earlier should help you keep the gathering pretty even across the entire skirt. You have to pull pretty hard, so my wrist was pretty sore by the end of this step. And that's it, you're finished. For more sewing stuff, check out my blog sewinlove.com.au, and if you liked the tutorial, please click like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, bye!